Hi, this is Mike Boland, analyst with BI Kelsey, here to talk to you today about our national conference coming up exactly 1 month from today, which is going to be March 24th through 27th in Dallas. And we're really gearing up and getting excited for the show as we continue to put together the program. And there are lots of heavy hitter speakers we've continued to assemble, and they keep rolling in. We have Google and Facebook, as well as brand advertisers like U-Haul, and the show's theme is just that, national brands, local marketing. So the big question we'll be tackling is what are national companies doing to localize their campaigns? And that includes lots of national multi-location businesses and franchises and chains. And though they operate on a national scale, they compete for business and for mind share at the local level, where business is actually done and transactions actually happen. So if you think about it, this is a fundamentally different discussion than some of the other parts of BI Kelsey's coverage, such as what SMBs are doing. So much so that we are breaking it out in its own conference. And it's also deserving of its own banner and airtime because of the scale and the dollars of the national opportunity. So for example, BI Kelsey projects that $60 billion will be spent annually by national brands on location targeted advertising by 2019. And that'll be about 37% of the total $163 billion of the local ad revenue pie that we project at that time. And that really stands to reason if you consider that large national and brand advertisers have deeper pockets and dedicated corporate marketing resources. So they tend to be a bit more advanced and earlier adopters than SMBs in local markets. So we'll be discussing the overall opportunity and all its subtopics through various panels and keynotes throughout the conference. I'll mention briefly that one session that I'm excited about is on mobile location-based ad targeting. I'll be running a session on day 3 of the conference on this topic. And the thumbnail there is that national advertisers are doing some very interesting things here and working with the ad tech providers that we'll have on stage to discuss best practices. That includes XAd and Placeable and ThinkNear. And this really involves the art of not only placing ads with geographic and temporal relevance, but also things like what does the ad contain? Geographically relevant ad copy or creative or calls to action that really capture high intent mobile users and drive them to the closest location through dynamically generated navigation right within the ad unit, or get them to call the closest location. And that's especially true in certain categories and verticals where phone calls are the preferred lead form. And lastly, tracking all of this behavior to provide that closed loop attribution for the campaign efficacy and how that should be iterated and tweaked accordingly for ongoing campaign optimization. So all this is unfolding in lots of interesting ways, and that's just one of the many topics we'll be tackling on stage in Dallas. So we hope to see you there. If you have any questions, please email me directly. I'm at mboland@biakelsey.com. We'd love to hear from you to discuss these topics or your involvement or attendance at the show, and what I can do to make sure you get the most bang for your buck in your time to be there. Speaking of which, I have a personal discount code to attend. So please email me if that's an incentive to get you to join us in Dallas in just 1 short month. So I hope to hear from you and see you there. So I'm Mike Boland. Thanks for listening.